Hey guys, we're so glad that you are here to worship with us. I'm going to speak fast, so you listen fast. All right, here we go. Tonight at 5 p.m., we have our moms group meet over in the fellowship hall. So if you are a mother and you have children 12 years of age or younger, you're more than welcome to attend. Tonight, they're going to start a new Bible study. There is food. There is nursery care for your children. So number one, you don't have an excuse to not come. But number two, I hear it's a great time. I hear great things about it all the time. So if you are a mom, join them tonight at 5 p.m. over in the fellowship hall. Now, in just a few short weeks, believe it or not, it'll be here before you know it. The men's advance will be here. So we've got Brian Rains, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about the event.
Hey guys, Brian Rains here, and I want to take a minute to speak to the men. We want you to put on your calendars March 17th and 18th is our annual men's advance at Tri-State Christian Camp in Defuniak Springs, Florida. Plan now is going to be a weekend full of fun, fellowship, food, and we're going to be in the Word. We've got some great speakers lined up to be there. I hope that everybody will put on your calendars. The cost is going to be $30 this year. We had to have a little increase. But I'll tell you, see myself to sign up, see Jeff Keysacker. Jeff, raise your hand right over there. Or Mark Charles. Mark, raise your hand right over there. The Lord, I know, is going to move in a powerful way. He's already preparing hearts. And men, it's time that we step up and be the men of God that God's called us to be, to learn the tools and just have an awesome, great weekend of fellowship together. So March 17th and 18th, put on your calendar, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks, Brian, for that great info. Now, guys, I want you to remain seated, and we're about to have another baptism. This is a husband and wife. It's Ryan and Katie Williams, and they have filmed a testimony video that they would like to share with their church family. So, check it out.
I have to say that my Christian life really began at Hickory Hammock. I didn't have much religious exposure when I was a kid or growing up, and I've kind of always just left it at that before. But I was a rebellious kid through my childhood and teen years, and after my parents split up in my teen years, I guess they kind of just gave me over to my own thoughts. I knew it all. I was, smarter than them.
Similar to Ryan, I did not really come from a Christian background. I was most exposed to Eastern Orthodox, but most of what I gleaned from that was incense and candles and icons, the gold, the shiny.
When I moved to the area, the Pensacola area, about 3 years ago, I worked for the post office. I still work for the post office, but as a rite of passage, when you start, you have to work all Sundays. So I was listening to News Radio 92.3, and I heard a program on there called Ask the Preacher with Carl. And at first, it wasn't my cup of tea. So I thought, I'll just listen to this, whatever. And after another week or two, I started getting really, really into it. Then I heard an ad that he put out inviting people that were listening to the station to come to the church and check it out.
For me personally, Hickory Hammock was simply a first stop. I had intentions of trying other churches out, but once I heard the first message and we were here for the first day, we haven't been anywhere else since. This is what spoke to me, and this is where I found my faith. So I plan to be here for many more years.
Everybody has been so beautifully warm and welcome to me and my family here.
I felt very out of place. I felt very unclean, but I felt insecure and I felt humbled, to say the least. So I spent the first few sermons, it would move me to tears in the nursery room. I'm usually in the quiet room with my little one. So in the privacy of that room, I was moved to tears very often. Not sure why or where it came from, but I think it was partially in mourning for the time I had spent disregarding, maybe even criticizing the Bible at times simply because I didn't understand or know.
I came here looking for ways to live a better life, But what I found was something completely different. I found Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not going to start quoting Bible verses yet, because I'm not quite that good. I am a new Christian, as you know, as you can tell from the context, but somebody told me once that if you come with the curiosity of a child, or you have faith just the size of a mustard seed and give that over, what Jesus can do with that, what God will do with that. So I came here with that curiosity. I was led here. I was compelled into faith. I was led into faith. Everybody here's been a big part of that, but I believe. I'm all the way there, and now that I am there, and now that I've found that, I try to connect with that every day. I'm learning how to pray, and in young adults class, learning about the Bible. I try to do it every day, and now I try to read a little bit every day.
I feel the weight lifted, and I had heard that many times, and it feels overstated, but when you go through life on your own, alone, with all the anxiety of my finances, my health, my children, my grades, all the anxiety, and it's just me to bear it. It's a lot, and I feel that has been lifted from me.
I wanted to demonstrate that commitment and that faith to God, to Jesus, to myself, to my family, to our congregation, and those feelings were things that I was already feeling prior to, and it's amazing how this happens. Brother Carl was talking about the wedding band, and so I just thought it's so fitting, and it was already in my heart, those intentions already.
I really just want to be obedient. I want to follow the Lord's example. I want to publicly express my submission and my faith.
And so I'm here to seal the deal and to give myself completely over to Christ.